Okay, this is a bit more crazier than usual, but it involves a little bit of physics that I wasn't aware. I mean, for some people it's more easier, but for others it's not that easy. And I am the unlucky category that doesn't know how stuff works, and I have to test for weeks and experiment for weeks, and it passed like 2 weeks to figure out the way of how a fan blower is. So this is the fan working right now, and as a point of reference, this is the blowing side where it's having the sticker. The white sticker is the blowing, that the air is coming out, and this where the part where it doesn't have a sticker is all black. Let me actually show it. No. Yes, it's black. Is black enough for you? So that is the sucking side of the fan. So you can see my testing things. They are dragging in, but here they are pushed out, and the force is. I really love this fan model or type of the fan. It's very windy and very blowing. Yeah. So this is the two sides of the fan. Okay, so I've tested this fan first in this thing, which is horrible, I know, but this is the first one that I used, the first idea, and it's looking terrible, like I said, but I get the same result as this one. So exactly the same result in both of them. I thought because of this crazy and ugly shape, and also a lot of waving margins here, and I thought the air is coming out because of this margin and because of that thing that is having inside, that welding that I made there, and a lot of stuff that it's the irregularities that I have in it. I thought is not letting the air coming out through this nozzle. So I abandoned this first one and I made the second one, that one. Let me put it away. So this is the second one, and is the same exact effect, as the previews, the first one, and I was blown away myself. I was looking like an idiot to it. What the hell is going on? So these two things, I test them one after another. Okay, so this is the first experiment. Here you see those little things are moving a little bit, but it's like 5% of the power this fan is blowing, and you can see it's actually blowing out. I hope you can see everything because of the stuff I have here. So like this maybe. Yeah, it's actually what is happening is a vortex kind of thing, because it's also dragging the air and also pushing the air outside. This configuration that I have here, I have it, like I said already, for 2 weeks, and it's not doing what I expected. It's not blowing air through this nozzle. A fraction of what I need. It's like 5%, as I already said, and most of the air is coming out from this side here, and it's probably creating some kind of pressure inside, and by blowing it through the middle, or I'm not sure if I can. Do you see the gap between the fan blades and the case of the fan? I think, my opinion, what I believe in all this time, while I'm testing everything, all the air is sucked by the blades of the fan. The air is coming in, it's creating a vortex inside, probably like hitting a wall. I'm not sure why it should came out through here, but it doesn't. It's probably making some rounds there, and then it's coming out in force like a pressure, but not hitting this little nozzle. This is like a eye of a storm here. Nothing is happening almost. Yeah, it's like 5% or very little, almost nothing is coming out through here, and most of the air is coming out, and I can feel it with my hand. I can prove it with my testing, what is called, band, and yes, it's coming out through this side, which I really don't want it to came out. This is another experiment. This is the most successful experiment, actually, and this is the sucking part. I have some air coming out through this side a little bit, because I fractured the paper here. But check this out. Here is almost 100%, well, 90% almost, the air. This experiment with this paper, this is made exclusively from paper, and this experiment, I love this experiment. It worked perfectly, and yes, I've tried it many times until I reach this design. As you can see, it's a bit inclined, and this inclination of the thing is actually you can see is this is actually straight. It is straight. No, it is not perfectly straight, but yeah, okay, it's having a little bit like this here on the top, but yeah, I've tried the other versions with the bottles, and it didn't work at all, but this is the most elegant and the most practical, the best blower that I could make, basically, and I'm very proud of it, and it's working perfectly. Once again, to show you the blowing part. Yes, and well, there as well is doing something. Okay. Okay. So this is sucking the air part side. I get some air coming out from behind, but it's not that problematic because I can cover this part, and I will. What is the most important side is this, the blowing side, and I get like 80% or 85% of the air coming out. Yeah, or 70, which is good enough, but it's not perfectly. Because of this shape that I have here, if the air is not smoothly sliding, is the same as the paper. This is made from cardboard, and is the same. Is having a little angle that the air is sliding, but if the sliding is not perfectly going, out, and if it's getting some stopping elements like curvature and stuff. That's this kind of shaping that I made here is kind of it's very sensitive to any obstacle. Basically, this flowing air here is very sensitive to any obstacle. But I managed to actually make it blow kind of considerably. I must redesign it probably a little bit better than right now, with more flowing air, to leave more air to flow unobstructed as much as I can. But is very good. It's still very. It's a good. It's not very good, but it's a good blower right now. So this is probably the final version of the blower. Probably, I'm not sure. And yeah, basically that's it. I'm not sure how to. Yeah, I can show you the other side. Alright, so the heating element is the next part. This is still working here. I have to mount this heating element somehow. The biggest concern that I have is shortening the wire by contacting it through this metal case that I have here. But I must have this metal case because it's hitting very hard, and I don't know really how I will mount it. It's having this stiff wire here that I kind of put it like this. I shape it like this already, and probably it will be like this in the end, but I'm not sure about. I made a test with this heating element. I was helped by Mr. Steve, and he helped me. He helped me immensely with it. And I will use a variator circuit, and I'll variate the power on it through that device. Okay. This is a variator. It's with a triac and diac. That's the blue one is the diac, and that is the triac. And it's I made the test and it's working. Not exactly with this one, but with another similar, but the same components and the same circuit that I have here. I made a testing that's the one. But it's exactly the same thing. So I did it with my components and with some fuses inside it. If something will go off or blow out, we'll blow out the fuses first. That's why I use that one. So that's a testing thing. That I made it long time ago. Actually, I didn't made it right now. So this is the progress of the blower so far. I know it's a long video, but I had to explain a lot. So yeah, the next thing is this heating element. How I will make it there inside, I have no idea. The biggest problem is shortening, because I have this metal thing outside. I have to find a way. But yeah, basically that's it. Yes, that's it. Thank you very much and see you later.